Well, good evening, everyone, and
Good
welcome to
evening.
World Awakening. Let me introduce. Okay, first of all, when I was in high school, I did a musical called The Music Man, which, if you should all be aware of the music, Robert Preston and what's her name, Mrs. Partridge was in it, and Shirley Jones was in it. And so we did it as hello, Jonathan.
Hi,
We
Jonathan.
did it as one of our high school plays, and I've been in theater forever, like since I don't know, it was knee high to a grasshopper. And my favorite song from the show was, I've got a yard full of chickens and mother hens that are bringing all of their babies here to eat, and we're going through 25 pounds of seed wheat because the neighbor, everything collapsed, and now they're all free ranging all over the neighborhood. And they pick here because I'm the lady in the purple robe. Hi, Kendra. Oh, Kendra. Oh, honey, that's a great picture. Oh, my God. Kendra's up again. Kendra, you're going to be in our next group chat, by the way. I didn't know if you had to work tonight or not, but you'll be on our next one. And so one of my favorite pieces of music from The Music Man was the song where all the women folk in town get together and they're having a hen party, and it's called pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, cheap, 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 talk a lot, pick a little more. And that's the song. And I'm telling you, as fast as our musical director made us sing that song, I mean, I don't know how we weren't all tongue-tied and all twisted up. But all these years later, decades later, I still remember that. So tonight is our hen party, also known as the legal group chat that's not on Signal. And we're going to tear it up. And let me introduce the other Annie. My star sister Annie Russell is with us. Dana Stricker. Oh my God, Dana, I don't even have to say. Oh my God, Lenny, a sister, all capitals, a sister. Allie, my heart. Nancy Anderson, I fall at your feet. I do. You and Les are the light of our lives. And it was so thrilling to have you here for the weekend. So thrilling. And Deb DeRoos, oh my God, another. And, Jamila the goddess.
Yes.
This is goddess power going on.
Amen.
Here. This is goddess power. And this is, make no mistake about it, this is the rise of the sacred feminine energy on Earth. It is. And we are it. And so we gather together tonight to talk it out, to share our feelings, our concerns, our dismay, what pleasures us, what brings us hope, what grieves our souls, anything and everything. And Jamila, I want to go around and let everybody make kind of an opening statement. And you and I had a very, very important conversation the other day. And I want to give you this opportunity and give you the floor to express yourself to the extent that you want to. That's, beyond what our private conversation was. I want you to speak your truth from your heart.
First of all, hi y'all. This is a little different because it comes, am I getting an echo? I'm sorry. With things going on, hold on, I think I'm getting an echo. I don't know how to
a little bit.
Turn your volume off.
Back.
Is this better? Is it better?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So when we were talking, it came up that, with everything that is happening and the dog whistles that have been thrown out. And one of the biggest ones recently is DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, which is just another dog whistle right now. And it hurts because unfortunately, we are in our group, and I found such a community that I jive with I've met all of you almost, and the community that you feel, the light workers that you things like that. Oftentimes, if you've ever noticed, I'm the only African American there, number one. So to be welcomed and everybody's like a sister and a brother, to then come home and see these same people say things and repeat things, and they're not right. They're not just morally wrong, but they're factually wrong. Anybody who knows me knows I'm not a person. I call these people the copy and paste crew, because they see a meme, they get something, and because it's long, they want to copy and paste it and think that it's law without doing any kind of factual check. So then when you come to them and you say something out of love and say, hey, because if all of you have seen my posts, I never come at them calling them idiots like they do us. I never belittle anybody. I just come with facts. And then to have them turn on me like that. And it made me think, right now they're kicking people out with no due process. Okay. Mm-hmm. There was a lady who got turned around at the Ambassador Bridge, and then they detained her for hours upon hours upon hours because she forgot her license at home, and she made a mistake and got into the lane to go over to Canada. So they held her. And I thought about it. The people that say they love me, the people that actually know me, everybody who's on this list are not just people that go to, Mexico or Honduras or things like that. They also have Haitians. What happens if I'm just somewhere by mistake? Okay? They yank me up. There's no due process. There's no due process. They don't have to give me a chance to explain myself. They don't have to do anything. And then now I'm somewhere and nobody knows where I am. Mm-hmm. And then when it comes to find out, half the people on my page will go, well, what did she do? Yeah, she probably deserves to leave. And you know me. But the fact of it is that we are in a place right now where the truth doesn't matter. It's all about vibes. It's all about you hate who I hate. It's all about my life is bad, so let me find somebody to blame. It's all about, and it woke up and it broke my heart. It broke me. I called, I messaged Deb, I messaged Andrea, and I had to call Val. I woke up to find they were erasing my people from the Army websites. They were rolling back civil rights protections. Yeah. How am I supposed to feel? I don't belong here anymore? Are you telling me I'm less than everybody else because I don't matter? But then these keyboard warriors and stuff, and this is what I tell people, and everybody hearing me, I need you to understand this. These people you're talking to are real people. And you have to see them, and you have to account for them, because all these people that are typing these things, I'm going to see you. All right. We're going to be at an event together. We're going to do something. And I'm not saying that like physically violent or anything, but you're going to want to be a part of my energy. And then when I don't bless you with the energy that is me, okay, you're going to say, oh, they're being mean and they're doing. No, baby, I'm giving you what you want, because our hearts are broken. My heart is broken. I'm just.
Well, when I talk to you, I just talked about it, and cry, honey. I've cried the tears with you. I have. I cried during our conversation for you, because I know. I mean, I've been the butt of jokes. Do not apologize for being your true soul sister self. Never apologize for being who you are. You are a bright light in the firmament. Everyone that is with me tonight is. And remember what I said to you. I just shared it on Soul School this last hour. And you said, we're taking a giant step back. And as soon as you said that, I saw the Olympics, and I saw the women lined up at the line that were getting ready to run the 100-yard dash. And that takes the most strength and the most forward momentum and propulsion of any of the races. And I said, what do they do, Jamila? What do they do? They take one giant step back. They get grounded, they get centered, and then they take off like a shot.
That's why I'm here.
Exactly. That sentence to you is why you are here tonight.
Because everything in me, y'all, I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't give a flying about nothing. I was done. I'm like, I've been giving and giving and giving in my love. And anybody who's ever met me, this is me, point blank, period. And I give it freely, willingly.
Yeah.
And then to just every single day, and then to hear people justifying it, I was done. I'm like, you know what? No. I don't need to be here. I don't need to be part of this. I don't need this from you. I don't need this. And then I thought of y'all.
Yeah.
And
we need you to be here tonight. Nancy and Allie and Linny and Deb and Annie and Dana. We are your sisters. We are your tribe. We've got your back, your front, your up, your down. We've got you.
Yep.
Don't for a moment feel alone.
Hey, baby.
Don't for a moment feel alone.
I don't.
Okay.
Not anymore. But that was a rough week.
I know it was a rough.
That was hard.
And you know what? There's going to be rough weeks again.
I'm better now because I have issues and shenanigans and
I know.
You know me. But still.
You've got us to turn to. Yes, absolutely. Well, who wants the floor next?
I'll just say one of the main reasons I'm on here, and there's several, trust me, several reasons. But I'm with Jamila. Come back to me.
I know.
Okay, baby.
I know.
Okay. We'll come back.
We're grieving.
We are.
That's what it is. We're in mourning. We are grieving.
We are. We're watching a conversion from all that we've ever known into something so dark and ugly.
It's the whitewashing.
It is. It is. It is. And it's the DEI and it's all the fucking bullshit. The bullshit that is being shoveled and that we're supposed to tolerate. And everyone's freaking out because they think their financial future is crumbling before their eyes because one lunatic who's hanging on to one antiquated, archaic notion that tariffs are going to solve all our problems when in fact they are crumbling our country financially. The height
totally
of
agree with
responsibility.
That. But there's these little tiny things is what gets me, Andrea. It's now I'm composed. You had to go first. Thanks a lot. It's
Highly
the little tiny things, the Native Americans. Initially, you're not really hearing a lot about this. I do a lot of research on this stuff. I do not talk about it on Facebook normally, but you'll see in my stories. If you watch my stories the last probably 2 months-ish, what you're going to be seeing is everybody that they're erasing.
Yeah.
Now, the Native Americans initially were getting threats that they were now under our law and all these other things. And I might be saying that wrong for those of you that I'm not Native American, but it started kind of with that, obviously, and they're whitewashing history. So, like, I'm sorry, you cannot take Harriet Tubman away.
Thank you.
You cannot take any of that history away because if you do, you will learn absolutely nothing. And it's obvious some people didn't. Mm-hmm. So what this is, unfortunately, is something that happened back in the 1930s all over again.
All over again.
Mm-hmm. Almost by the book. And I know a lot about that period of time because my dad was kind of like he studied that stuff and I grew up with it. It's almost verbatim. I'm not going to
It
say
is.
names because people get really wild over that, but you know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. You don't even have to.
If you read or you watch certain programs, and I will tell you all if you send me a message, if you watch those programs, you will be absolutely shocked at the parallels. Only this is going faster.
Yes. Yes, it is.
And that's what pisses me off. And I'm not going to correct my language. Sorry, everyone.
No need to. No, this is Potty Mouth Central, right?
This is Annie's
know
show.
it is. I know
know
most
where
of
you
you
are.
very well.
The more vulgar, the better.
But don't you whitewash history.
Like
Don't
Mr.
you erase my Native Americans. Don't you erase any of my Black friends. Don't you erase any of my Asian friends. Don't you erase anybody. Don't do that because you are discrediting what we did well.
Yeah.
And it's just being...
No, they aren't. They're discrediting themselves.
Yeah.
You see, because they do know the truth.
Yeah.
And they want to make sure that the generations to come don't.
And right. And my fear is that like this type of conversation within the next month, all of us could end up in El Salvador.
You know
Because
what?
there is no due process.
Come for me. Come for me, you son of a bitch. Come for me. I'm telling you right now, I have absolutely no fear. And if we do not overcome our fear, Nancy, when we were at the march, what did we talk about? How many people came out? And we didn't march. We went right to the venue, to Liberty Park, I believe it's called, in front of the state capitol. And we welcomed everybody in as they came. Dean couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle 4 miles. That I just couldn't. So we got ourselves a nice cushy place under some pretty leafy trees, and we just welcomed the crowd in. And wasn't it amazing?
It was.
Their children and elderly people that were at least in their 80s or 90s and their walkers and their wheelchairs coming out and joining us all together. And there were Black folks and white folks and Asian folks and I mean, all folks. It was the most eclectic mix of people I have ever seen at a singular event. What was your impression of it, Nancy? Because I was thrilled. I was exhausted, but I was thrilled.
Yeah, I was too, because where I live in Florida, the area I live in is just Trump land. And it's very hard, you know, to live in this area. And it was like a spiritual experience to me, because I felt like this was the first time I've ever been with a group of people that everyone thinks like I do. And it was really just awe-inspiring, because a lot of the people on Facebook that I'm still friends with, I don't know why, but, you know, family members and people I grew up with, they're Trumpers. And it's just so hard to live with that every day and, you know, wonder what the hell is wrong with you? You know, what happened to you? You're not the person I grew up with. So anyway, it was just great. I had such a wonderful time. And I told my husband, I said, it was just, I've never experienced anything like that.
Well, he was an excellent dog sitter. We left her husband Les here on that beautiful black sofa back there that usually has a peanut butter cup on it. And he was the dog sitter for the day so that we could go to Atlanta and not worry about anything. The doggies were going to be fine. They were going to be with somebody that they absolutely adore. And so, yay. And we had the most wonderful, wonderful experience that day. But I do know some people, including among us tonight, that didn't go to a demonstration for a reason. So, Allie, would you like to talk about your experience of watching us and, you know, and everything by the millions?
Oh, yeah. I was one of those people that ended up not going, because I basically had an anxiety attack, a nervous breakdown, because I've been following this since 2015.
Me too. Right with me, sister.
I remember distinctly different moments, like 5 different moments where I'm like, this is not good. This is not good. One of them was taking my aunt-in-law to a doctor, this old German lady. And they started talking about the election between him and Hillary. And, it's so negative. And I said, yeah. I said, you probably know so much. And she's like, why? And I said, well, the whole Nazi thing. He's just like Hitler. And she ripped me apart. Oh, he's not like Hitler. I know this. And she
might as well be the fucking reincarnation of him.
Quotes him.
And then we had a client who was a Secret Service guy way back when, and he said, I'd never vote for Hillary. She's a bitch. She bosses us around. And I'm like, what do all the men and the presidents do? But because she's a female, this is an issue. So I've been going on. I mean, I've had friends of my husband's going on election day back in 2016 going, or 15 and going, oh, I hope Allie's okay. Like literally I was having a breakdown on that day. And the same with this, so I've been following, and it's like today I couldn't believe it. Yeah, I've listened to, and yes, I have Trump derangement syndrome because I've seen all this SI shit going on.
You're allowed to swear. Please feel free.
It's ridiculous. And so mainstream news, I listen to instead. I go to like Daily Beans. So all listeners out there, Daily Beans is a great podcast. I watch Hal Sparks. When I watch things, like he records and he watches live, or he watches with you what Trump and other people do. So you feel like you're not going insane. And it's like this camaraderie. So, and Stephanie Miller too. There's some different podcasts that keep me sane because I need to know I am not going to have my son and my grandkids deal with it. I'm going to go out fighting. And that's my,
yes,
ma'am. When you talk about, this recording, maybe, we may all be in wherever down the road, but at least I know that I wasn't quiet. Because I just can't. So,
yeah, and neither can I, and I never will, and I don't care who I piss off.
Yeah,
I do not care. I ask them just self-reflect on what you see happening, and stop making excuses for a pathological liar. Stop.
And I think there's strength in numbers too. So. Remember, only a third voted for him.
That's right. That's right.
And
apathy and complacency will kill us.
So we have to stick up in numbers. And there's a podcast that's like good news about, it's actually good political news. And so you need to remember that what we do, I mean, I message and I do I call my representative and I email them.
I have them all on speed dial in my phone.
We need to keep doing that.
Their staff knows my voice when they answer the phone. Yeah,
it makes a difference. And to speak out. And every day I'm like, all right, today I'm not going to post anything political on my Facebook page. Shit, he did it again.
Yeah.
So I apologize, and I try to balance it out. But I'm like, no, this is more important than me showing off a photo or something quirky and funny right now.
Yeah, it is. This is more important than anything and everything that is going on in the world because it affects the entire world order. This
whether they think it does or not.
World. Not just us.
Yeah.
Not just us. Well, Annie, do you want to talk? Deb, which one of you is next?
I'm ready. I mean, you know me, I'm always ready.
Deb's ready. Annie's still thinking.
I don't want to take a lot of time, but what I want to say, Jamila, I love you with all my heart. You're my sister. I got your back. I'm there for you.
Me too. For you.
I'm angry. I am so angry and I'm scared. This is insane. And what I want to say to everybody is if you think you're not affected, and that's what has been happening is people are like, oh, I'm white. Oh, I'm safe. I'm safe. Bullshit. Nobody is safe. Nobody.
Nobody.
Just look around at what ICE is doing. It doesn't matter. They just walk up with a mask on, they nab you. Nobody is safe. Of course, the safest are, hi, Val,
Thank you, Val.
are the wealthy white males.
Yeah.
But honestly, all you have to do is say something that isn't liked or go against.
No.
Well, if we get arrested en masse, I would like to be in the same cell with all of you.
Oh, I hope
Yeah,
so.
that would be really loud in
That's
there.
right.
It would.
That's the only way I'd get
Go
through
start
it.
some shit right now just to see if we can make it happen.
I'm telling you, I am absolutely fearless. First of all, we are all under the divine dome of protection. All of us are, because we are goodness and light in the world, and we are that.
Needed.
And if you think that people by the millions wouldn't come out to defend us, if you think that the April 5th march was something, a wonder to behold, just wait until April 19th.
But they're all paid. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, I got my
yeah.
job today.
I know. I neglected to cash the check.
I don't
from
know why you
George
ain't cashed your
Soros.
check.
It's fucking idiots. I mean, I'm sorry, but anybody that says that is a raving lunatic.
Um,
Wait, and
Tamina,
this
we
is the
can't hear
thing.
you.
There's always what they're talking about is they get homeless people, but it's more like unions. They call it informational protests.
Yeah.
And if you bother to do a Google search, and they keep posting these things talking about, if you look on Indeed, they're paid. No, they're not. I looked.
No,
I looked.
they're not.
What they used to
looked.
do is they would get homeless people off the street. They would have them hold their signs up outside the local unions and the things like that. And they would call it an informational protest. It helped the homeless people in the community. It helped get the word out. And instead of getting people off the jobs in the union halls, they would do that. That is the only paid protest that it was. Fight me.
No, there was one other paid event, and that's in 2015 when he slithered down the escalator with malaria on his arm to
Did you
paid.
say malaria?
That's
Yes,
my
I-
term. You stole my term.
No. I loaned it to you, bitch. Don't even. Your memory.
I don't think
faulty.
so, but we'll fight about that
No,
later.
okay, later. Okay, so anyway, yeah, every single person that, like the trained seals at the bottom of the stairs was handed a $50 bill coming in off the street into Trump Tower. And it was a fraud right from the beginning. If you want to talk to me about fraud and waste and abuse, talk to me about 19 trips in 90 days back and forth from Washington to Mar-a-Lago to play golf. You play golf on your own dime, you son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Would you like to finish your thought?
I don't remember what my thought was.
Well, that's all right. There'll be
No,
another
mainly my big thing on this is that nobody is safe.
Nobody
Everybody
is safe.
either loves somebody who is of a different color or a different gender or is gay, bi, trans, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Either we have that in our lives, our families, something, or there's something. There's something. Everybody will be affected.
Mm-hmm.
And Cory Booker, I just love that man. I
Oh,
love
he
what
did a
he
great
said.
job.
This is not about right and left at this point.
It's about
This
right
is
and
about
wrong.
right and wrong, and it's
Good
so
and
fucking
evil. This is
wrong.
about good and evil.
Exactly.
Here's a
And the
thought
fact
too.
is, no one is free until everyone is free.
Yeah.
No one is free. We are not free. We are no longer free in our country. Our country is starting to look like, remember at the beginning of the Ukraine war when people in Russia protested it and they're still sitting in jails.
Right.
They were arrested off the streets of their
right.
own country for saying, this isn't a good idea. Please don't do this. And dragged
Exactly.
through the streets and thrown into Russian gulags. And they're still there.
Yeah.
This is becoming Russia. This is becoming how the citizenry in China is treated if they dare to raise their voice against the king, the dictator.
Yeah. And that's
No
exactly
way.
what we're
Not
dealing
in America. Not on my watch.
I think that one thing that I just actually today I was listening to something and they were saying if the last 4 years was hell too. We had Biden, but I was listening to the other side going, oh, he's senile, he's old, he's shit. We don't like this and that. I'm like, shut that, like really. So okay, dudes, we have Trump. He's your savior. We are going to Project 2025. I've lost so many friends over that, right?
Yeah.
So are we the generation that now they said we have to restructure this country a little bit because our forefathers, everything they put into place, some good, some not, but pretty amazing how they were trying to figure out. They never thought someone like this would get elected, right? So it's our generation, it's our voices, it's us to stand up to this and make the future go on an upward path or, a better path.
An upward trajectory.
I have to think that we are here for a reason.
Yep.
This is our mission.
Yep.
And now the third and maybe 2/3 of the country that weren't in the cult. Maybe this
cult.
is
Call it a cult. That's what it is.
We need to put on our capes and whether it's art, whether it's our voices, whether it's going out, whether it's connecting with our leaders, whether it's becoming a leader. I mean, I do art quite a bit and my art is pretty effed up because of this, but it's a way I'm expressing myself and I'm hoping to be able to share that with others and say, yeah, this is the direction that we need to change out. So I'm trying to keep that as a positivity and all the shit that's happening to us and our friends and our relatives and the people that are work for the government that are losing their jobs.
Yeah,
I'm
for
like,
no good reason and being called clowns.
Yeah, it's like
called wastoids by the ultimate wastoid, Marjorie Taylor Greene, who 15 minutes from here is Paulding County. 15 minutes from here, you can't drive anywhere in Georgia without seeing. Oh my God.
I know.
Oh my God. And she's the one saying that they don't deserve their paychecks. She's a waste of space on the planet.
Yeah. So
ignorant as the fucking day is long.
We have to get mad.
I am mad. See? Do you see what happened to my face? My blood pressure just went right through the roof because I live too close to the scum of the earth.
But we also, Allie, you said we also have to gather. And Deb, if you don't mind,
I was waiting for my moment.
What we're doing, this is great. Okay.
This is great.
And on April, what's it, 25th, 24th, 25th?
24th.
We're gathering in Houghton Lake.
Yes.
And one of the reasons we're gathering in Houghton Lake, and we got Andrea to come, and I'm so excited. But this is one of the things we know how to do. We know how to gather. We know how to raise vibrations. We know how to love on each other. We know how to lift each other up. In this time of just uncertainty, surround yourself with the love and the vibrations that you need so you can get the energy that you need to do to go smack some folk. To go talk to some folk.
Well, Nancy loved my sign. I made signs for everybody in the family, including for Nancy, while she was here at the house, and I made breakfast and we made signs, and then we all piled in the car and we went to Atlanta, and Les stayed home to babysit the puppies. And my sign said, I'm fighting stage 4 cancer, and I am here to fight for democracy.
Yes.
And how many people stopped and read
kudos to you.
Yeah.
Right.
And bowed their heads or reached out and touched me. And,
That's right.
and that was stopped to talk to me. Because if I can get up off my ass with what I'm dealing with and make a point to go into the state capital of one of the most backwards, low-life states in this country and try to make it a little bit better. Today, in Congress, in the House of Representatives, Mike Johnson, no friend to anyone in this country, passed a bill called No Rogue Rulings Act. Oh. They are literally trying to silence and and neuter the judiciary in this country. If they get a ruling they don't like, then Judge Salas was on this afternoon on TV talking about how people are sending pizzas to judges around the country. And then they're sending pizzas to their children's homes. In other words, we know where you live. We know where your children live.
Oh my God.
We're sending them. Her son was murdered. She was the intended target years ago. And her 20-year-old son, her miracle child, the one child she had that survived. She had 4 miscarriages and this one boy. And he grew to adulthood and he was the light of her life. And the man that came to her door to kill her killed her son instead. Oh now they're putting her son's name as the giver of the pizzas.
Nice.
This is what MAGA is doing.
Oh my God.
The convicted felons, 1,600 of them released on day one, because really all they were doing was taking a tour of the Capitol. Just a real shame that 5 people died. You know,
Talk to me again about scratching a car.
yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, I don't want to fight dirty. I don't want to fight at all. I just want this country to wake up to the reality that we have someone that got put into office again because we didn't learn our lesson the first time, and got put into office again unfettered by a Supreme Court that he handpicked and got shoved down our throats.
Right. And he's not in this alone.
Deep trouble.
He has a lot of help.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a lot of help, because all that really matters is power and glory. And
Money.
please put the camera on me when I tell everybody in the world that countries are groveling and kissing my ass.
But
You
they're
know,
not.
how vulgar and disgusting and grotesque. And he's supposed to be the leader of the free world. You know, I'll show you vulgar, because I got some vulgar, because I am furious. I am enraged. And I'll tell you another thing. As they try to cut away at our Medicare and our Medicaid and what I paid into lifelong, so that I have got some insurance while I am dealing with a life-threatening illness. And you're trying to take that away from me. In other words, this guy puts Ebenezer Scrooge to shame. Okay, remember when the men who were collecting money on the streets for the poor, and he said, sorry, I got nothing for them. You know, if they're sick, let them die. It'll decrease the surplus population. That's exactly how they feel about the elderly people that are from coast to coast that will close within the next 6 months if they do strip out $880 billion from Medicare and Medicaid and Social Security. And that is their intention, so that they can line their pockets with it. And if we do not stand up and we do not stop this, then we are doomed as a society, and the United States of America will not see its 250th birthday as a democracy. It won't see it. The time is now. This is the paradigm shift. Wake the fuck up. Nancy, I'm sorry, Nancy's Annie Russell. You haven't said a word. You haven't even had a chance to get a word in.
Hi, Annie.
Hey, everybody. No, I've been listening a lot. Jamelia, I love you, honey.
Yes.
Love you more. Can't wait to get to NOLA with you.
I know. I was listening because there's so much that goes through my head. Anger, absolutely. I'm so angry. I wish I was more angry than afraid, but probably not. I'm terrified. Absolutely terrified. And as much as I absolutely despise Trump, I hate to even hear his voice.
See his face.
I everything about him.
Everything.
it's actually his followers that I am most upset with, because Trump without his followers is nothing. He's absolutely nothing.
Absolutely.
He's just a manifestation of the evil that these people like to see, and I I don't I just don't I can't I try really hard to wrap my head around that.
Yeah, it's
I
incongruous.
try really hard to have some grace with the people that I know and love that are eyeball deep in this cult, and I don't. I don't, and I don't like that in myself. I don't like thinking, well, you know what? Fuck you.
Yeah.
You voted for it, and now we all are going to suffer. And
We're all going to pay.
I
Yep.
don't feel bad for you. And I don't like feeling like that about myself. I don't like
None of us
feeling
do.
that
None of us.
mean. I don't want to be mean. At the same time, I don't think that people who voted for our demise in one form or another deserve anything else from me. I certainly can't waste my time with them. These are, people I'd called friends, my only sibling, who's my twin, my current bosses. I just can't get there. I have had personal experience with cult mentality, diseased mind, group minds, and trying to remove yourself from that type of environment. So I do understand the complete waste of time in trying to reason or logic.
It's not worth it.
You can't do it. You couldn't when I was involved in a cult mindset. In fact, it worked the opposite with me. I doubled down every time because it was too dangerous for me to look outside of that. It was absolutely terrifying. And I think that's where they're all at right now, especially the ones who are going to lose a job in the government, who can't not kiss his ass. I just don't know how we get out of it. I just don't. I was so thrilled to see the marching, and I was thrilled to see how many of us showed up in one form or another.
Yeah.
I don't know what we do past that. I'm not feeling terribly positive, and I'm going to cry too,
It's
because I'm exhausted. I've been working retail in a French Quarter festival for 2 days, and
I'm sure.
I'm so tired. But
I knew you would, but I'm so grateful that you came, honey.
I'm so glad to be a part of this, and I so wish I could get to Houghton Lake. I was telling Linny that I was trying to think, could I fly up and fly back, and I can't.
Yeah.
But I'm angry and I'm scared, and I don't know how we're going to get out of it. I try to listen so much to you all who are so strong, because I don't feel strong.
The only way out of it right now is if our military does what they're supposed to do.
Right.
That's right.
Follow the law.
That's
Yeah,
right.
but the military is vowed to follow the Constitution, and the Constitution is only as good as our belief or collective belief in it.
Yes.
So, I mean, these are sorry, I hate to be the downer in this.
No,
things
real.
that I'm just very concerned about it all, and I'm concerned about all of us and our country as a whole.
And the country as a whole. And look at this group of women, this collective of women on this screen. Every one of us is beyond childbearing years now, I assume.
Blessed be the fruit.
Yeah.
Blessed be the fruit.
Open his eye. What did he say?
And yet we're out there fighting for a woman's right to control her own body
And
in
vote.
2020.
And our ability to vote. They want to take it all away.
Yeah, the voter purge of the rolls
went
that's
through.
going on here in Georgia right
Did it
now
go through?
is stunning.
The Save Act? Yeah, I think it did.
Yep.
Yep.
So
you
now
gotta
it's
have
going
a
to be harder
passport
if
you got
your
married
last
and
name is different. When you
changed
got
your name.
married, you're going to have...
Yeah. So who does that penalize? The women.
Exactly.
change their last names.
And the trans people who want to change their names, that too. And yeah, it's just, and it's,
this is voter suppression so that only rich white folks can make all the calls. Who retains power in the United States of America. And I have 3 words for that. Fuck that noise.
Yeah, and you have to have a passport and a $130 passport. Lots of people can't afford that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
and
and like half the country does not have a passport.
I don't.
yeah,
I don't have transport.
just
I
just
do,
to
but-
vote. It's
Just to vote.
it's so ridiculous.
It is. It's just to make it financially unaffordable and to put the onus on women. And Lenny and I were talking about this just the other day. Lenny, remind me what you said about this. We were talking about when we were talking about voter suppression that's going on in so many of the different states.
I don't remember.
Oh, it might have been Greta. I might have said that.
Might have been Greta. Well,
Greta,
or
who
it
was
might have been a three-way.
I don't know where she is.
Real quickly, you guys on ResistBot? You're on ResistBot, right? I just got a message. That's a great app to be on, and people are listening to. There's a lot of different things on your phone, social media and stuff like that. Just to keep positive. There's that. What's the 5 things? There's an app for 5.
It's called five calls.
5 calls. So
I posted that. That's on my page. I posted 5 calls a while ago.
awesome.
Yeah,
So
those
Look
guys
on my
do.
page.
we all have to remember we have to keep informed. We have to do those little things that we think aren't going to make a difference. They are.
They are.
And
Cumulatively, they
we're-
do. Yes.
And if we're all in small groups, whether it be your group of neighbors, whether it be us 8 people on here, they can't go after all of us in one big collective if we're all in
can't
a bunch
arrest
of
us
little
all.
groupy groups, you know? So we have to just remember that and keep informed and share and
And also,
that
can I
we
just
shouldn't
say
be
this?
doing now.
Let me just say this. What we need to do, and then you asked where we go from here.
Yeah.
One of the things we need to do is that there's more of us than there are of them. That's why they keep dividing us. It's misdirection.
Well,
It's
they're
classic
trying to
misdirection.
divide us,
If
yes.
I can make you think that my problem is because of them, then you'll do what I say. If I can make you feel like they are harming you, then you'll do what I say. This
Right.
is about the 1% taking from the 99%. Since
Right.
1970, there has been $80 trillion moved from the middle class to the upper class. Right now, Elon Musk just got another $6 billion thing while he cuts our SNAP benefits, while he cuts us down. This is what we have to tell people. It's not us. And the last thing is that I would never, if I was in a relationship with somebody who lied to me, who told, this man told his followers that I could shoot somebody in the middle of the street and y'all dumbasses would still vote for me. He
And they did.
lied
Right.
several fucking times in the same fucking speech.
If you can get a
you don't
coherent
feel- you don't
sentence
feel
out of him,
like-
yes.
You don't have enough respect for yourself?
Yep.
Like, get some balls about yourself. What kind of person would allow a person to treat you like this? You are golfing while you are taking out of my 401k? Man, fuck you. Are you serious? And you're going to deal with it? Man, no. Could not be me.
Yeah.
I'm too much of a fabulous goddess. I am worth more.
That's
and until
right.
people think they're worth more, they're going to continue this. And it just,
Yeah.
Sorry.
So we're going to put a dead stop to it. Lenny, you didn't get enough time to talk, and we've only got 5 minutes left. And Bill
Sorry.
just put up that he wants, and we should all agree with this, that they need to investigate the insider trading that was
Absolutely.
Yes.
when there was the call for the 90-day pause. Because believe me, trust me.
and so did
when
Marjorie
I
Taylor
tell you,
Greene.
The time
So much money.
Signal gate.
It, absolutely awful.
Yeah.
in the Oval Office, pointing at his billionaire friend, saying, "And you just made $500 million, and you just made $1 billion, and you, and you, and you, and you, and now you owe me." And that is dictatorship and
He's
the
a
building
mafia.
of an oligarchy. And if anyone wants to deny it, then they're too stupid to live. They are not even using their own eyes and the good sense God gave them, not even using the breath in their own lungs to tap into what is happening in our country. And if there was ever a case for the old adage, if you are not part of the solution, then you are part of the problem. It has never applied more than it does now. And Bill just put up that we need to do this again, that this is very powerful. And yes, it is. And I love all of you incredible women with all my heart. And let us tonight, and all of us have got wonderful men in our lives that are right there with us. I mean, this screen could be filled with men as much as women. But the fact of the matter is that we are the spine of this country. We are the backbone. We are the voice. We are the rise of the sacred feminine energy. And we're not going to take this fucking bullshit anymore. And you watch what we do on April 19th when we come out in numbers that cannot be ignored. So with that, we have to say goodnight, which I knew we were going to blow through this right through. You know, we will do this again. Bill wants us to do this again. He really does believe that this is very powerful. And I also, when most of us will be together at Houghton Lake, and Annie, the next event that you can make it to, you let me know and I will fly up to Detroit and somebody will fetch my ass at the airport and bring me to you. They will. Because it's imperative. Everything that we do right now is imperative. We are all wide awake. We are the wisdom of the aged. We are the women who make a difference in this world. And we will continue to do this because this is the time. It is the paradigm shift. This is a world awakening to our reality. And our reality is frightening. And only we can change course. Only we can. So I encourage each and every one of you to do what I share with all of my viewers around the world. Always speak the truth. Speak your truth. Stand up for what is good and right and pure and true and whole. Be the hope. Be the light you seek and be the change you wish to see in the world. Thank you, everyone who has joined us tonight for a world awakening. We are woke up.
Come on now.
Thank you.
We are woke.
We are woke.
Thank
we
you.
are
Love you guys.
Everybody.